Hey everybody, and welcome to this training on how to use Messenger to grow your Amazon business. My name is Michelle Barnum Smith. I'm an 18-year marketing veteran. I've worked with and for some of the largest businesses in the world, and have been using Messenger bots and Messenger marketing essentially since the beginning. I've had my own digital marketing agency, and when I first saw Messenger bots come out, I knew that this was the future. And over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've had the opportunity to build Messenger bots with over 50 Amazon sellers and have developed a lot of the best practices and systems that I'm going to share with you today on how you as an Amazon seller can maximize the opportunity with Messenger and use it for growing your business, ranking your products, getting reviews, and growing your revenue, which is really the point, right? We're not in this for free. We want you to make money. So let's talk about the Messenger opportunity and why this is so significant. Specifically, when it comes to Messenger, the name of the game with Messenger and with Facebook comes down to one word, and that is engagement. And if we're comparing apples to apples in previous methods for engaging with an audience, you have email and you have Messenger. And just to kind of break it down for you, email, when you're building an email list and like a hot email list, even if that audience is like super interested in your products or, like your brand, the average email open rate is anywhere from like 12 to 15% on a hot list. So compare that with Messenger, where you're seeing averages of 90 to 100% open rates. That makes a significant difference in who's actually seeing your messages. Now, additionally, along with the open rate, you have an average read time. Over 90% of messages are read within 3 seconds of receiving them. So imagine your email inbox. When somebody emails you, maybe you'll get to it within an hour if you have a notification pop up. But more likely than not, all those emails just accumulate, and you might go through them and be like, yeah, I want to read that, and yeah, that's of interest to me, but all the rest you just delete. So with email, it really is like either the read time is anywhere from an hour to never. And with Messenger, we're seeing 3-second read times. So somebody is receiving your message and they're engaging with it. They're reading it pretty much immediately, which is massive. It's huge. And as far as platforms are concerned, there's already 1 billion users on Messenger. All the other chat platforms that are out there can't even compete yet with Messenger and the base of people that are on there that are using it to communicate and message with their friends and family on a daily basis. So if you wonder, if you have a question, it is my audience on Messenger. Are they still using Messenger or Facebook? The answer is yes. These people are here and it's growing every day. I think we're actually close to 2 billion users. So I might need to update my numbers here pretty quick. So bottom line, 90% open rates, 3-second read times, over 1 billion users on the platform. Yes, you need to be on this platform. Yes, your customers are here. And yes, there's a significant opportunity for you with Messenger. So how do you actually catch this Messenger wave? Now, before we get started with things, I need to stop you. I need to have kind of a heart-to-heart with you. There's a lot of chat bots that are getting released for Amazon sellers that are out there promising you, reviews on demand, easy product launches, all of these kinds of things just with these, kind of chat bots. When the reality is that, and I've had the opportunity to talk to some of these bot builders about the bots that they've created. And what you run into is kind of 3 scenarios when you use these just quick chat bot setups. Essentially, what you run into is the 3 Bs. You end up burning your list, getting blocked by Facebook Messenger, and even banned from Amazon. And why that happens is essentially, especially with the review funnels and things like that, you end up generating abnormal review velocity for your listings if it works in general. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But if it works in general, it'll essentially show up as abnormal review velocity, and your ASIN will get blocked for receiving reviews, and your Amazon account will be shut down. Kind of sucks. So before we move any further, I want you to kind of clear your mind of the concept of a chat bot. And essentially they're the same thing, but a chat bot really is something that's just kind of left on and is running and is automated, but has the potential to kind of burn you. Whereas messenger marketing is a larger approach and view into messenger. Now, something else I want to share with you before we move forward on how to achieve this kind of long-term relationship and build a list that's engaged and helping you rank your products is messenger. From an Amazon perspective, for the purpose of using Messenger for Amazon, is a momentum tool. It's not a revenue tool. So the campaigns that we're driving, you're going to be launching products on, i.e. you're going to be giving away products, you're going to be running contests and campaigns, you're going to be offering deep discounts, but in return, you're going to be getting traffic, you're going to be getting momentum. So when you ask yourself, okay, is this, how do I measure ROI? Well, you really can't, not with this tool, primarily because Amazon's a black hole and isn't a closed loop marketing like Shopify is, where if you run a Facebook ad campaign, you can see immediately how many sales that campaign generated. With Messenger and with Amazon's use with Messenger, you can't really see that. There are some plugins that claim to be able to match those kinds of things, but they're not completely 100% accurate. Let's just say that. So how do we develop this long-term perspective? What do we need to do to create a relationship with an audience and these subscribers that's not just reactive? You're not just going to launch something once and then never talk to them again. How can you do this effectively and maximize your investment in this platform and in this opportunity? So there's two things that you need to kind of realize up front. The first thing is you need to understand the best case scenario, the types of sellers who are best to use Messenger, and not everybody should use Messenger. So the first thing is that you need to be a private label seller. Really when it comes to random arbitrage products or wholesale products, with Messenger audience, they want brand continuity. They want consistency of experience. And if you go from selling, supplements to art supplies, there's going to be a disconnect there, and people are going to be confused unless they're, on purpose joining some sort of like deal club that they know that they're joining, and it's just a bunch of random stuff. So private label, first and foremost. Second, your brand needs to have 5 to 10 plus related products. So once again, yeah, you can have 5 products, but if they're all over the place, people are going to be confused when they signed up to get, weightlifting products, and then all of a sudden you're presenting deals on, like baby clothes. There's just going to be that disconnect. So you got to put your consumer hat on and be honest about your products and see, they're kind of all over the place. So if you're moving towards, your product plan is to get more related products in, then this is definitely a good fit for you as well. So if your roadmap in the future is going to feature more related products, then you should definitely consider it as well. Products that aren't variation on the same thing. So a couple weeks ago, I had pretty much every sheet company on Amazon call me. I don't know what happened. But I talked to probably 4 or 5 sheet, some of the biggest sellers of sheets on Amazon. And all they sell were sheets. Like one of the brands that I was talking to, they had actually 10, they managed 10 brands. And every single brand was just sheets. And so obviously they fit, point number 1 and point number 2. But, I don't know about you, but I only buy sheets like once every 2 years, So to be on a list that promotes nothing but sheets, week after week after week, it's just not going to work. It's just going to get old. People are going to unsubscribe. It's just not worth the effort or investment there. Ideally, your price point is going to be between, I guess your price point via discounts. So you have to think in terms of like, okay, what kind of deals am I going to offer? And what we found is that, deals from 50 to 75% off are the best, where the product itself, is priced between $10 and $30. That kind of like ties into people's impulse purchase nature. Even if it's, and I've talked to sellers who sell super expensive products or super high-end products. And even if they're giving like a 75% off discount of a $300 product, when you have essentially people on your subscriber list who don't know you yet, they don't know your brand, they might admire your products, but essentially, if the price point is too high, you're not going to get those conversions to be able to drive the momentum you need to for your listings. And really, that's what it comes down to is getting enough traffic, enough uptake on your listings to be able to rank for them, just like any other kind of launch service you would use. So this is the target range that we find ourselves working best in. It like I said, it kind of it ties into people's impulse purchase behavior and gets people to kind of like, yeah, I could spend $10 on that. Yeah, I could spend $30 on that. What a deal, right? Whereas, oh, it's 75% off, but it's still $300. That's not going to work. So like I said, expensive or luxury items are not great. They just don't perform as well. So a bonus, if you are selling to mothers or pet owners, those are fabulous categories, super responsive audiences. Moms and pet owners, they love shopping for their kids, their pets, their loved ones, that kind of thing, whether they're buying for their kids or they're just buying for their household, that like, it just is a really responsive and really great audience, especially because moms in general are always looking for a deal. And so if you can kind of develop an audience and a relationship with these kinds of individuals who are motivated by quick opportunities and quick sales, like that's a really ideal scenario. Okay, so let's talk about the best practices to actually build your launch list. That's where you have to start. You have to start with the list itself. So the best practices that we've seen is that a target launch list doesn't have to be massive. So remember the email engagement numbers that I shared with you at the beginning. A hot email list has an open rate of 12 to 15% with a click-through rate of like 1 to 2%. That's a hot email list. So back in the day, the whole kind of marketing mantra was build your list, build your list, build your list. And the bigger, the better, like 10,000 people on your list, 100,000 people on your list, bigger, it just became this kind of like vanity statistic. But the reason they had to have lists that massive is because nobody was opening the emails. To be able to get anybody to actually see the emails, they had to have this massive list to be able to get the engagement rates that they were looking for. Because Messenger's engagement rates are so high, you really don't need that large of a launch list. And the reality is that you're going to be offering products and deals where you only need to sell 10 to 40 products per day for 10 days, like that kind of dripped out effort. And so, you only need, 400 sales. So that translates into, maybe 800 to 1,000 people actually seeing the deal in the first place, if you get like a 50% take rate. So, you really don't need this massive launch list to be able to get started with. Now, you're welcome to build a list as large as you want to, and that certainly is helpful if you're planning on selling your business soon. Obviously, having a marketing asset that you can sell with your business, but from just the intensive purposes of getting started, having a 500 to 2,000 subscribers is a great place to start. And even if you have other organic lead sources like an existing email list or an active social media presence, Facebook ads still are really the most efficient and scalable way to grow your list. So you're able to get your ads out there, see what's performing, what's doing the best, and be able to scale up if you want to move faster or shut it off when you're done. It really is a super efficient way to build your list. Now, we like to attract subscribers. The types of campaigns that we've developed and tested throughout the years, these are the types of campaigns that perform the best. It really comes down to contests. And when I'm saying like giveaway contests, not Amazon giveaways, but literally like getting entered to win, that sort of concept, and coupons. So let's talk about what a contest subscriber campaign looks like. So typically this is the get entered to win your product or a combination of products. And why I like these is for two reasons. The first, the subscriber is interested in your product, and that's what they actually want to win. And it's really important that your product be the focus, or your product or a combination of products be your focus. I've had sellers who were in like the fitness space, and they did a giveaway like a Fitbit. And like that's like a really attractive product, right? It's high end and well-known brand. But at the end of the day, the subscribers were interested in the Fitbit. So later when they were messaging their subscribers about, their weights or their, the rest of their kind of like fitness products, the subscribers were confused. They're like, wait, who are you again? What is this about? There was no brand continuity. There was no continuity of experience. It didn't make sense. Whereas if people are getting entered to win your product, they're actually interested in your product. And so any of your kind of follow-up offers related to that product is going to create that continuity. People are going to expect, oh, that's right. Like, oh, that's right. I really like that. Oh, and it's on sale now for 75% off. I got to get it, You can also, to that point, why I like these campaigns is that you can offer, you can layer offers immediately and recoup costs on the campaign. You can start to make money back on your subscribers by presenting offers pretty quickly, and getting people to convert into being actual customers, which is, fantastic. And we also really love that. These campaigns aren't really super great for ranking. That being said, you will get traffic to your listings. You just won't get like, typically the amount you need to rank products. I also love these because this campaign by far gets us our lowest cost per subscriber. Of all the campaigns that we've run and tested through the years, the contest giveaway performs the best every single time. And typically we're targeting a cost per subscriber about $1 or less. And lately the cost per subscribers have been anywhere from, 50 cents and less. So like I was updating a campaign the other day, and a campaign is performing really well when I'm shutting off ads that are generating, that are like 30-cent subscribers, where I'm like shutting those ads off because we're getting subscribers for cheaper, right? So yeah, huge fan of these types of campaigns. Now, let me just show you how a typical campaign works. So let me just click on this and have this video play. So this is a typical ad, trying to win these supplements. So you just click on learn more. Messenger is going to pop up, and just for the click of a button, somebody becomes a subscriber. That's all they had to do is click that button. And then we also like to capture people's email addresses at the same time. So we're kind of building both lists at the same time. And what's so cool and sexy about that is I didn't have to type in my email. Facebook just served that up, and I just had to click on that to be able to actually get that email in there. And then here in this particular example, we have a welcome gift. As soon as somebody enters to win the prize, we do have a 50% off offer that they can utilize, that they can go after immediately, essentially. So that's one example. Here is another. Just wait for that to come up. So here is, a vast array of products. And this is the type of campaign we love to run because we can just leave this running and just rotate offers for, one of the different products on the back end. So once again, you click on the learn more from the ad, you click on bundle, we're getting their email address, we're presenting an initial offer. You don't have to put an offer here. We also experiment with embedding the offer to the runners up, the people who don't win. And that performs really well as well. So there you go. Those are just quick examples. Now, just to compare, if there's any marketing people who are watching this, the previous marketing process for running this type of campaign was such a mess. You'd have your, obviously you'd still have your Facebook ads, but when you click learn more, it would take you to like a landing page, and a landing page that probably feels a little skeezy because people are like, okay, now what is this? I'm not sure what this is. Countdown timers, and you'd have to like enter your name and your email address, and then you hit submit, and it would take you to a thank you page where it would tell you to go check your email, and you'd have to go check your email to confirm that you wanted to get entered to win, and then it would take you to like an email confirmation page where it was just like all of these hoops that you'd have to previously jump through. And here, if we want to relive this experience, let me go back and just show you how easy it is. So all of those steps, that previous process for, for getting entered to win. Now it's literally click the button, and you're done, and you're in. At this point, they are subscribed. They didn't have to, go to a landing page. The entering of their email address, that's completely optional, by the way. We just like to do it. But even entering their email address was so quick and easy. And then, as far as introducing an offer and getting people to convert to a customer, quick like that. We just love that kind of thing. And here we're telling them how to actually take advantage of the offer. Okay. I love it. I love Messenger. As a marketing professional, it's such just a dead sexy platform, for lack of a better description. Okay, so there's your campaign examples. Here's a couple of others, as far as campaigns go. I need to just update these with new ones because gosh, these are high cost per subscriber compared to what we're seeing these days. But also cost per subscriber is going to vary quite a bit based on your audience and on your type of product as well as seasonality. For example, I tell people not to run subscriber campaigns in the month of December because you're pretty much competing with, every major retailer in the market for subscribers or just ad traffic in general. So yeah, that, ad rates vary. Your cost per subscriber varies, but what we're seeing lately is, less than 50 cents per subscriber. That anytime we're less than $1, we're happy with it. But obviously the lower, the better. We love. Okay. So let's talk about coupon subscriber campaigns that also are ranking campaigns. So, as far as, Facebook ads, go, these types of ads are essentially featuring your product as a discounted offer. So we love these because once again, that subscribers are interested in your products. They're not signing up for a coupon because they're not interested in the product. So even if they don't use the coupon, you still have a subscriber that's interested in your brand and your offerings. You'll also get a low cost per subscriber on these, not as great as the giveaway contest, but on these you'll get between $1 to $2 per subscriber. And you can rate your products when you run this type of campaign long enough. So best practice is that these offers need to be between 50 and 75% off to get and attract subscribers and actually use the coupon. So imagine with me that you're doing like a 20% off coupon. So that's not like a super compelling offer. So you're not going to have a whole lot of clicks on your ad, which is going to drive your ad costs up. You're going to have to pay more for those subscribers. Plus, because 20% off is not a compelling offer, most people are not actually going to use the offer, i.e. you're going to make your money back on that. You're not going to rank and you're not going to make your money back on that subscriber. Whereas a 75% offer, it's very compelling. It captures people's attention. And like we said before, and if it can get the price between that magic $10 to $30 range, like you're going to capture people when they're just being impulse purchasing, right? So a 75% off offer, you're going to get subscribers and you're going to get buyers. People are going to want to use that coupon because it's such a compelling discount, unless it's a luxury item, unless it's something super expensive. Okay. So best practice there. And it's best when you're giving away 300 to 500 coupons. So if you don't have inventory to run a ranking campaign, just don't do this. Okay. You got to have inventory to be able to support this kind of, like a launch anyway. But typically you need to be giving away 300 to 500 coupons with probably like between a 40 and 60% take rate. Okay, so let me show you an example of how this one works. Okay, so here is the deal. Get this for 70% off. And here we also show the price. So all people have to do, once again, is click that button to be subscribed. And here is the coupon delivery. And this is done via a Zapier connection between ManyChat and Google Sheets. And there they go. And at that point, they're clicking on a ranking URL. And as you can see on this one, we got the Amazon Choice badge, which we love, of course. So that's one example. Oops. Okay. So for these clients, they were also running coupon offers, coupon ads. This one was doing a 60% off. They got almost 1,000 new subscribers, about 45 cents per subscription, and then 82% click-through rate. Super hot. We love that. We love that. The other one, he was less concerned about subscribers, and he was just using this campaign primarily as a ranking campaign. And he knew that he needed to make a certain number of sales per day for a certain period of time. And so we were able to control his, essentially the ad spend to be able to deliver that many subscribers over time, essentially. So 50 cents per subscriber and then a 65% click-through rate. And he ranked his product as he wanted to. Okay. So once you've built your launch list, you need to then transition over into creating consistent communication with your list. Now, I share the example of the angry girlfriend. So sometimes what happens with Messenger is people are like, oh, this is, Amazon sellers are like, oh, this is this cool, sexy new tool. I need to get on here. I need to be doing this. And they rush out there and they build this, this subscriber base, and they do like one product, one offer to their list. And then they never talk to them again until they have a new product to offer, or, or they remember, oh yeah, that's right, I have this Messenger audience, and they come back 2, 3, 6 months later to try to message this audience. And what are they like? They're like the angry girlfriend. They're if they remember who you are, right? Most of the time, the angry girlfriend will remember who you are. These people will not remember who you are. They'll be like, how did I end up on this list? They'll mark your messages as spam. They'll block you. And then Facebook Messenger will ban you. They'll just shut down your access. Whereas like with email and MailChimp, like if you send an email and you get a bunch of unsubscribes, it's like no big deal. MailChimp might throttle your sending abilities, but they're not going to like block you completely from their platform. Messenger will. Facebook owns these subscribers, and they're just like kind of letting you have access to them. And if you abuse the platform, or if people, are marking your messages as spam, Facebook will take you off the platform. You won't have access to them anymore. So it's really important that once you build your launch list, that you have a plan for creating, essentially having consistent communication with your list. So let's talk about best practices and what that looks like. Essentially, you want to use Messenger as a quick notification tool. Use email to do brand education, where you're doing the longer emails, the newsletter, those kinds of things, where you're dripping out like the lower discounts, like the 20% off and things like that on a regular basis, doing your, this product was born in the garage, when I was 15, and, look at it now, those kinds of things, those types of messages don't work well with Messenger. Messenger, people still want to use as a quick notification tool. We're not talking about long messages either, like 1 or 2 sentences max, and then a quick call to action, like, hey, check out this blog post about XYZ, or, hey, we have this new deal coming up. So, it really is, you really want it to be just like quick notification and not brand, indoctrination, essentially. Message up to once a week. So this is not the time to, over communicate. You want to, keep your content so that it's quick in and out, but also not too frequent either. But don't go more than 3 weeks without messaging. So you also want to have some consistency there in having that relationship and having products and offers to be able to present to these people. That's why I said 5 to 10 products work best for this type of audience, like, for that type of seller. Because if you only had one or 2 products, well, you can probably rank your products in, just with a Facebook ad campaign directly from Facebook to Amazon. but if you're going to build a subscriber base where you only have one product, like, what are you going to offer them? You're going to offer that product over and over again. Like, you would find that annoying as a consumer, right? Like, let's think as consumers when we're planning this, and so don't go 3 weeks without messaging people. Have these deals and these product launches in the pipeline so that you can capitalize on your list and its engagement level. Ask permission. Make this with email, it's like you're just sending a message. People can't interact with that message besides clicking on links, right? But with Messenger, it can be very interactive. And one of the biggest ways that you can create that interaction is by asking permission, by figuring out if people are even interested in kind of content that you have to offer them. A great way of doing this is by segmenting your audience and finding out what kind of products these people are interested in, what price points they're interested in, those kinds of things. We had a client who sold binoculars. And so we wanted to better understand what type of, they did bird watching. That's what they did. And we wanted to understand better what kind of person we were talking to. So we sent out a quick, for lack of a better term, it's a survey, but it's just like Q&A, like, hey, what kind of bird watcher are you? Are you a beginner? Are you intermediate? Are you advanced? And then whatever they clicked on, the next question was, I think, like, where do you like to go bird watching? And then the final was, what kind of price point are you looking for in your bird watching products? And so we were able to gather a bunch of information about these people so that, for future campaigns, if somebody was a beginner, that we knew if we had a new product that we were launching that was for beginners and within a certain price point, then we knew that we had the audience for that product to launch. And it also kind of kept the client honest. If they suddenly decided that they wanted to be like a luxury brand and offer $2,000 to $5,000 optics, that they did not have the subscriber base, their audience that they, had built up that was interested in their products had no interest in purchasing those kind of products. So it was a really great way to do kind of, product development, upfront to kind of keep things contained. Finally, you want to make it easy for people to unsubscribe. So, like I was saying earlier, if you misuse your audience, if you, behave like a bad, create a bad girlfriend scenario where she's going to be mad at you because she hasn't heard from you in forever. Like blocks, spam, those are bad things that Facebook Messenger hates. But unsubscribes, they actually don't mind, and you don't get in trouble for unsubscribes. So you want to make it easy to unsubscribe, which I know seems like I've just spent all this money to get these subscribers. I don't just want to lose them. Well, yeah, you do, because if they're not interested in your product, you don't want to be hitting them over and over again with messages about a product that they're not interested in, essentially. So make it easy to actually unsubscribe and to leave your platform. And of course, be human in your communications. This is one of the great things about Messenger is that you can really, it's not like email where you have to, everything has to be perfect. Like, you can use abbreviations, you can misspell things, you can, don't go crazy with the misspelling, but you can. GIFs, emojis, you can make it fun in ways that email never can be, right? So, and it also gives you permission to be human in your communications. So if something goes wrong, and sometimes this happens where, tech fails you and you're trying to deliver coupon codes and something gets glitchy in the process and people are mad because they didn't get their coupon codes, just be like, you can set up a follow-up broadcast to be like, oh my gosh, oops, sorry that was so glitchy. Here's, click below if you're still interested and we can get you that coupon. You really have the freedom to be human with Messenger, which we love. Okay. So as far as kind of use cases for your list, product relaunches are going to be probably the majority of your messages to your subscriber base. So your product slipping in the ranking, or the keyword, you want to go after a new keyword or something like this. Having current products that are already listed are a great way to, great to promote to your audience. So do your keyword research and then find out, well, how many products per day do I need to sell for how many days to rank your keywords, and figure out, okay, well, how many people do I need to send to over, 10 days, 14 days, 1 day to be able to get ranked for this keyword. And then obviously have the inventory to be able to back that up. Okay. There have been so many times where that just, anyway, long story short, have the inventory. All right. So once again, offers should be between 50 and 75% off. Cold traffic for your Facebook ads, 75% off, we've tested, gets the best results. But as far as offers to your list in general, 50% off is fine. That still is a good enough amount to get people like going crazy. Anything higher than 75%, like I think people get into like the BS factor where they're like, is this legit? Like, is this for real? Same way with kind of like the cold traffic ads. It's like anytime you're doing like a 99% off ad, you're going to attract like a kind of pretty much a skeezy audience. And you'll also have like a high kind of scam factor of people being like, of immediately distrusting you from the beginning, which is not what you want anyway. So there's two kind of coupons that we recommend for these product relaunches: on-listing promotions and single-use coupons. So on-listing promotions are great for new or buried products. So like if you're on page, 200, who's ever going to find your 75% off offer, your promotion that you're running, they're only visible to Amazon organic traffic. Nobody else, and anybody that you send there, essentially. Single-use coupons, they're great for better controlling who gets them and who uses them, but they're not as easy to set up and you do have to manage them so you don't run out and upset people. So typically, if you're going to do 250 coupons, then I would probably only send the broadcast to about 350 people max. And then if you need to, if you didn't have that high of a take rate on the coupons, then you can resend that broadcast to another group of people. So start out small, and then that helps you kind of control the coupon send amount as well, so you don't run out and anger people. If you only have 200 coupons, please don't send it to all 2,000 of your subscribers. All right, so let's show you an example of what this looks like. So this is a broadcast promoting a deal. Okay, so what kind of pumpkin carver are you? We're having some engagement questions first. While it thinks about it. Okay, and then it says, great, we have this deal for you today. Here's the deal, here's the info, get the deal now. This is an on-listing. It was an on-listing coupon. It's not active anymore. We're able to get the Amazon Choice badge for this one, which we love. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. So for new product launches, this is really where Messenger shines, and where, we've developed kind of launch protocols. And this obviously has infinite flexibility on how you can kind of release and promote new products. But this is what we found works really well. So you create 4 segments of your audience. You have group 1 of about 300 subscribers, group 2 of 500 subscribers, group 3 of 1,000, and group 4 of less than 100. And group 1, we're going to do a flash sale to these people where we're literally lowering the discount, the list price on your listing directly for less than 24 hours. Usually I like it to be a very short period of time. And you make sure you're not so low that you're an add-on. So you got to be careful about that. And because you're changing the list price directly, all of the buyers count as full purchase sales. So they can you can request reviews as part of the campaign follow-up to be able to get verified reviews for this campaign. However, you do need to use this at your own risk, primarily just because you are playing with your list price. And I would only do this for new products. I wouldn't do this for existing products or products that you've had for a long time. We don't want you to lose your buy box or, have Amazon's algorithm catch the price change and then you get locked at that price, or any number of things that Amazon could do to you because you're lowering your list price so drastically. So group 2, and usually I like to do these where it's like each of these is essentially happening in their own week. So group 1 is week 1, group 2 is week 2, group 3 is week 3. This is kind of like a dripped out, because what we're trying to establish is essentially a sales history, right? So group 2, we're going to broadcast a deep discount offer via coupon for offer of over 10 days. So the flash sale is to get that initial boost and that initial, kind of spike in sales. And then group 2 is to drip out and maintain those sales over a period of days so that you can kind of lock in that ranking. So group 3 is a broadcast for a 30% offer or less. 30% at time of recording this is the kind of cap for a discount where you can still get verified reviews. So this deal or this offer goes out to the rest, kind of your general subscribers. It can go out to your organic sources like Facebook and Instagram list. If you have an email list, this is where you present, in addition to your messenger audience, the general offer here as well. And like I said, you're going to follow up the review request. Now, group 4, you're going to do last, and you're going to do at your own risk. So this is completely against terms of service. If you do it first, if you get greedy, if you are not disciplined, and you can't say that I didn't warn you, if you do this first, you're going to get flagged for abnormal review behavior. Your ASIN is going to have reviews blocked on it. Your account could be banned or shut down. You could be suspended. So please, you have to bury this step if you're going to do it. And that's why we do group 1 and group 3 the way we do them, because the way that the reviews affect new products is so different now. And we're still trying to kind of like figure it out and nail it to the wall. But how Amazon weighs reviews, when you have a new product, you don't need 100 reviews in your first week. You need 10. You need 15. You don't need a ton. And so typically group 1 and group 3 in those weeks are enough, get you enough reviews that you're good. Now, if you don't, and you need to go this final step, please don't do this if you're greedy, though. Please just apply some discipline. But if you need to do this, you can do a broadcast to your group requesting product testers and do the whole rebate for review thing, if that's what you need to do. Okay. And once again, you need to bury this to avoid abnormal review velocity, because if you get 100%, if you get 25 sales and you get 25 reviews, your account's going to get flagged for abnormal review velocity, because typically, the sales conversion is more like 1% sales to leaving reviews. So that's not an exact number. We don't know what the number is from Amazon, but it's somewhere in there. It's super low, essentially. So if all of a sudden you're having both a ton of sales and a ton of reviews, you got to be careful. Okay, so let's show some new product launch examples. So this client, we sent over 552 subscribers the offer. We had a 25% click-through rate and a 53% click-through rate to the actual sales page. So it was a layered offer. Essentially, we're saying, hey, this deal is coming next week. We're going to be offering this for 75% off. If you want to hear about this deal, click here to reserve, and be the first to get notified when this deal is live. And then when the deal is live, we say, hey, it's live, go get it now. Here's instructions on how to get it. So we had an awesome click-through rate on both of those. And this client, we sent the offer to 329 people, had a 75% click-through rate to the sales page, and got the Amazon Choice Badge for their keywords. Also, we love. Okay, so let me give you a little bonus training on how to actually request reviews, and some best practices and some techniques actually within terms of service, and then one that's not. I'll share a little black hat. So this is the bulk of the types of review requests that we like to use in our messenger flows, and they're just built into the existing campaigns, where we're essentially saying, okay, here's the deal, here's the offer, and then following up with them, several days later to find out if they purchased, and if they purchased, how they liked the product, And, if they didn't like the product, we want to give them instructions on how to get a refund and make that like an easy experience so that they don't leave a 1-star review. But if they do love the product, we want to request those reviews. And in this client's example, over 50% of people who indicated they were customers went and actually left reviews. We're not incentivizing them. We're just reminding them. You put on your consumer hat when you buy from Amazon, and when you get a product, even if you love it, you've pretty much forgotten about it as soon as you got it. So here we're just playing into human nature, which is the tendency to forget, even if they loved it. So here we have a series of reminder flows, asking them to leave a review and then reminding them to leave a review later on if they have forgotten. And once again, this is the bulk of the type of review request campaigns that are built into the rest of the campaigns. There's a whole rest of the campaign over here where it's the rollout of the coupon and the reserving of the coupon, the distributing of the coupon, and then this is just the follow-up portion of the flow. So this is the terms of service example that I was sharing with you, more the product tester rebate for reviews. So once again, this is Black Hat example, use at your own risk. But this offer was sent out to, almost 1,100 subscribers, and 117 of them signed up to review the product, and then 10 were selected to actually, purchase, to receive refunds, essentially. Okay. This is one that I really love, and I think that is highly underutilized, and that is the product insert and getting people onto your messenger list via your product insert. Now, this client has an electronics product, and their main call to action to get people subscribed is warranty registration, because we all know products fail. And if you have a product that is susceptible to failure, then a warranty call to action could be really great, because it's like, instead of going and burning you on Amazon and being like, this product is crap, if you make it clear, like, hey, you can register and get that product for free, or like, and I think in their example, they have a double or triple your warranty offer if people go and register. Now, one of the things that we know when we obviously get a subscriber in from a product insert is we know that they are a customer, right? And if they are a customer, then we have the opportunity to follow up and request reviews. Now, in this particular example, they had over 8,600 subscribers, literally customers. They don't even do any other kind of subscriber campaign. Their only subscriber campaign is this product insert. It's pretty banging. So almost 8,700 subscribers, and now I think they're well over 15,000 subscribers. But they sent the follow-up to about almost 3,300 of them. About 1,700 loved the product, and then 316 went to go leave a review of the product. So, and this product insert is not specific to one product; it's for their entire product line. So, I mean, those reviews are kind of sprinkled throughout all of their different products, not just that particular product. So, this is a great way to access current customers, any customers, not just subscribers, via messenger campaign, but, all of your Amazon customers will get that product insert. And a product insert can be any call to action, not just a warranty call to action. It can be, a buy one, get one free, like a deep discount offer, anything to get them to convert and to become a messenger subscriber. Because the second they become a messenger subscriber, you can tag them as customers and then obviously be able to send them through a review drip follow-up sequence, just reminding them to leave reviews, all the way, to eventually even incentivizing them to leave reviews. But you didn't hear that from me, right? Okay. So these are just examples of how you can use these flows.